Hello, my fifth grade friends. It's Mrs. Weiss, still at my kitchen table, here to teach you about some really cool JA BizTown stuff regarding personal checks. This is how you are going to be spending some of your money, so let's make sure that we pay attention. Please turn to your Citizen Guide, page 8. Here you're going to see a couple things we're going to talk about. The first thing at the top you're going to see is the deposit ticket. I'll take a moment for you to get to the page. Remember, students, we learned about deposit tickets the other day. Deposit tickets are written records of money put into a checking account. So you can tell it's a deposit ticket because it says so right up here at the top. It says deposit ticket. Okay. It has the date on the deposit ticket. It has the amount of checks you're depositing. Your subtotal, that means you add up all of the checks. Less cash received is when you're taking some cash out of this check, and instead of depositing the whole amount, you're just depositing part of it because the other part you took in cash. If you choose to take cash, you need to make sure that you sign for less cash received. Okay. It's important that your deposit ticket always have your account number on it so the tellers know which account you have. The next picture you have on page 9 is a picture of a personal check. Now, personal checks are written orders to a bank to pay a certain amount of money from a checking account to another person or business. Let's take a moment to look at this personal check really closely. Okay? The name on the checking account, so if you looked here and you tried to find whose checking account this was by looking at the check, if you look in the top left-hand corner, that's where your name will be in your checking account. In my own personal checks, mine and Mr. Weiss's name is in the top left-hand corner. Okay? When we look at this check, we can tell that Jennifer Smith wrote and signed this check. It's her check, again at the top, and she signed it at the bottom. And she tries to sign in cursive if she can so that people can't copy her signature. We can tell that the bank that the check was written from, the bank that Jennifer Smith uses, is JA BizTown Bank. And this area is where you can always find which bank the account belongs to. When we're trying to figure out who Jennifer is writing this check to, we look over here in the middle where it says pay to the order of. So JA BizTown Bank is who Jennifer is writing her check to. We can also tell how much the check was for by looking in the box by the dollar sign, and it says $1.50. This is where you write the number amount, the standard form of how much you're spending and how much your check is for, and then on the line below you write the word form. So Jennifer is spending $1.50 on this check, and she's paying it towards JA BizTown Bank. I can look underneath Jennifer's signature at the account number to know that Jennifer's bank account is account 234. I can tell that the check number she wrote was check 001 because I looked in the upper right-hand corner of the check. All of these numbers are important to help you keep track of which check you wrote, when you wrote it, when people are cashing it, because the big idea here is to keep track of all the money that is coming into your account and all the money that is going out of your account. So all the money you save and all the money you spend. One thing to remember is that you need to look at the balance that we're going to look at in our register soon before you go writing any checks, because if a bank customer writes a check for more money than is in his or her account, that check will be returned. That means it didn't process. That means you owe money for something. This is called a bounced check, and banks usually charge the customer a high fee when this occurs. So Jennifer is just spending $1.50 to BizTown Bank. What if her bank, if she bounced this check and her bank said she had to owe an extra $35 fee? So now instead of spending $1.50 at the bank, she has to spend $36.50. Okay, only a few times of that happening, and then Jennifer would realize that she does not want to have to deal with that. If you look at the final item on page 9 or 8 of your citizen guide, you can see that this is a check register. Now, we all start off with $0 in our BizTown account. We do have to earn money to buy things, and I know we're all very excited to buy things, but it's important that we earn the money to buy those things. Now, this is Jennifer's very first page in her check register, so of course her balance is 0. That's how much money she has in her account. You can always find the balance on the right side of the check register. Remember, if Jennifer were to write a check for more than the amount that she has in her account, then she would be bouncing a check. Not like a basketball, but just writing a check that's way too big that she doesn't have the money for, and this is when she'd get hit with a big fee. So, here, if you looked at the check above, Jennifer made a deposit, or the deposit slip above, Jennifer made a deposit of $6.82. But I know you're thinking, Mrs. Weiss, that check she wrote was for $8.82. I need you to remember that Jennifer took $2 less cash. She took $2 of that amount in cash and put it in her pocket. The rest she put in her savings account. So since Jennifer's balance started with 0, when she made this deposit of $6.82, she added that to 0, and 0 plus $6.82, of course, is still $6.82. We see that right here. That was the answer to her very first math problem, and by doing these addition and subtraction problems, she can keep track of how much money is in her account. Now, the next thing she did after she deposited this money, she did write a check to J.A. Biztown Bank. So she wrote the check for $1.50. So she's going to take $6.82 minus $1.50 because she spent $1.50 at J.A. Biztown Bank. So she's going to do $6.82 minus $1.50, and her total is going to be $5.32. That means after one deposit and after one purchase, she now went from having $0 in her account to having $5.32 in her account. Now I would like all of you guys to take a moment and get ready for a true or false lesson to see how much you've really learned. True or false? All transactions should be recorded in the check register. Should we record everything in our check register? Absolutely we should. This is a true statement. We should record every transaction so we know exactly how much money we have to spend or exactly how much money we have left to save. Let's look at our next question is about if a paycheck and a personal check are the same thing. Think about it. We've seen Jennifer's paycheck. We've seen a personal check. Are they the same or are they kind of different? Think about that. Okay, the correct answer to this is false. This answer is false because a business writes a paycheck and an individual person writes a personal check. Here are some more true or false questions. True or false? Writing a check is one way people withdraw money from a checking account. Is writing a check just one way people can withdraw money? This answer is true. Okay, this is just one way people withdraw money from a checking account. The next question is, you must always sign a deposit ticket. Now, you must always sign a check, but this answer is false because you don't always have to sign a deposit slip. You only have to sign when you receive cash back or take less cash. Our final question is, if there's not enough money in the account, a personal check will be returned to the account holder, who must pay the amount of the bad check and usually high fee. Oops, I meant you must pay the amount of the bad check and usually high fee. Is this true or false? Of course, we just talked about this. This is true. Now that you are oh so smart about personal checks, I'd like you to go to your Citizen Guide, page 9, and complete the worksheet on personal checks. This is something I would like you to make sure you have completed and turned into the community folder by the end of the day. Thanks and good luck on all your personal check writing.